what did you learn from this course?
Right. So I learned everything from this course because I didn't have any prior learning to American accent training, so I picked up a ton of information, still learning, but enjoying it very much so. I learned the different vowels between the Australian English and the American English, dropping bad habits from English, and even little habits I picked up along the way, and with mimicking South African English and all sorts. So yeah, differentiating from that was very handy. So I'm from Australia. I lived there till I was 21 as a carpenter. Did approximately 9 years in that industry, and then travelled with that overseas. Lived in the UK, London, for maybe 3 years on and off, and then had enough of that, and then moved to Florida, where I worked on a super yacht. Bounced around from different jobs, working on yachts all over the world. Traveled around the world a few times with that job, but mainly doing the Mediterranean in the summertime and the Caribbean in the wintertime. And now I'm here in LA and learning how to speak American English.
In a few words, what are the hardest American sounds for you to work on?
Well, the first and probably most important was the R's, really pronouncing the R's. It's not so pronounced in Australian vocab. And then the R's in like awesome was probably the next thing that I really had to think about. And the last one was dropping the T's. Any T's at the end of any word I previously and still do pronounce too strongly, so really being conscious of that when I read a word, to try and take the T out of it. Yeah.
So when you speak American, what happens to your personality? Like, what does it turn into exactly?
It's funny you ask that, because every time I read a different poem or monologue or a piece, I always seem to put on a slightly different accent, and sometimes I feel it's more southern, and sometimes I feel it's more New Yorker, depending on what I'm reading. So I definitely kind of jump into some sort of role without knowing or trying or meaning to, but it just helps me pronounce the words a little bit better. I'm hoping over time it will smooth out and be one easy to hear Midwestern kind of accent. Yeah.
Perfect. And now Daniel is going to read articulatory agility in his best American accent.
Alright, thanks. We'll see how this goes. Articulatory agility is developing the ability to effortlessly and believably utter clearly the most conceivably convoluted consonant combos in the world. Flexible lips and strengthened tongue tips are needed to toss off Cowardian quips. And who could dispute a relaxed lower jaw for spewing forth a torrent of shaw? It takes superlative diction to theatrically mumble and clearly be misunderstood in the jumble. Be it couplets or prose, be it D's, dem, or does, from Shakespeare to Simon, from Molière to Mammon, it simply won't do if they don't understand it.
Yay! That was perfect.
Sweet.
It's the best you've ever read.
Yeah.
You should be on camera more often.
That's it.
And maybe like a couple words about, like, do you have any tips for accent learners? Like anything that you discovered for yourself, like how to do it?
I think it's just practice. Like, I mean, just don't practice, but like, don't be so serious. Like the first time I thought it was a bit weird, just because I'd never done it before, and I was just like, in your head you can joke around and think you can do it, but then it's just having the confidence to just try and just not limit yourself and take yourself too seriously. Just give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Thanks. That's perfect.